was just floating. Alright. Do. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't like a ton of news. There was a few highlights to go over, I think, but some things to converse about. Has recruiting been a pain in the ass lately, newbie?
Not too bad.
No.
I think because everyone has kind of lost the love for AW. Along like we've lost it back in like season 15. They're like,
Yeah.
screw this shit. So we were doing itemless wars there for a long time. Now we do 2 rolling BGs, so 1 BG will get a war off every 3rd war. So that way guys can save units. We still place in, gold 1, gold 2.
Yeah.
And then, you don't have to use your units, or you can do some content on that off week.
Does that shock him when he does that?
Oh no, that was my old timer. She got touched by one of the other dogs.
Oh gosh.
She's a little cranky.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't mind it, man. It's all good. I don't do much editing as it is because they're live. So like, if I have to go back in and just cut a few things out just for people's ears' sake, I can do that.
Sure. Makes sense. But yeah, other than that, I mean, once we tell people, hey, we're top 250 AQ, you got to have this much prestige.
Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking maybe the 250 is what does it for you, because I was thinking that you guys weren't like super big on war. What's up, man, Falcon? But I guess the 250, probably top 250 does it for you guys, because we're top 450, and it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, everybody wants those. Well, I mean, we even have guys who are like, oh, okay, I want to advance a top 100, so I'm going to go to a top 100 ally. And we're like, all right, well, we have no intention of pushing that hard.
Yeah, no.
So go for it. We'll find somebody else. So we have a few. I'd say we probably have about 20, 25 guys who've been with us for 2-3 years, and everyone's on the same page. But we have 5 guys who kind of roll in, roll out over the course of a couple months. But
what's the prestige? Your prestige?
We are asking for at least 10,000 prestige. Most of our crew have at least around 10.3 to 10.5. A few have 10.6 and above. But
what map are you guys running?
We do all map 6 in all 3 battle groups, and then we do 2 days of master mods, 2 days of master modifiers, and then 3 days of heroic. But we've been getting like 251 and slowly dropping, so we might have to add a 3rd day of master mods. And our leader's like, I don't know if some of the guys in my battle group can handle it, so we're like on the fence. But
yeah, that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of where we are almost, but like just not as high prestige. Well, I think we're pretty similar. Like we're about 9 to 10, pretty much 10 and
up. So I probably should send out that everybody.
No, you can't come up here. No.
Sorry for that. I've been so tired lately. Oh, nice.
You are aggravating everybody, little dude.
I can't hear anything, by the way.
Anything at all?
No, nothing extracurricular. You're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a blue mic, so.
Do you have the Yeti one or whatever? Yeah, right.
I do.
Yeah, I gave you the.
You got the silver Yeti, not the black Yeti, but.
Oh, I think there's like a pro.
Yeah. Hey, you can't chew on that. No. Yeah, the black one I think is the pro.
Yeah, I mean I have a black one, but it's not the pro. I think it was just
the
color one. But I feel like that's what you were referencing. So.
The only problem I have with this is that my little micro USB will wiggle and it will disconnect my mic, but it doesn't show me that it's disconnected.
So I heard that a lot when I was doing the research on it about how like the I was even talking to somebody who was selling theirs. I was going to get it like secondhand or whatever, and they were like, yeah, the bottom, it just comes off all the time. It just doesn't work for us or whatever. I honestly, like, I've zip tied it to this, like, one of this, like, arm, these booms or whatever.
Yeah.
Have had zero issues ever. And I've, like, put it in a backpack and moved it and stuff, and it's yet to ever come out.
I'm going to lift this up, and if it disconnects me, I'll know because the box won't turn green, but I kind of have it, like, wrapped through so that it kind of mitigates how much it pulls.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, so I got this.
Getting started in here.
You know, like the arm booms I'm talking about. It's kind of like
yeah,
just a little robotic arm or whatever, if you will.
Yeah, I have one, but I have nowhere to put it because I don't have the right desk.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, I zip tied it to that, and honestly, I haven't had an issue. So,
good to know.
FYI. Yeah. Welcome everybody. Looks like the usual crowd. What's up, dudes?
Oh, Hyena, I'm sorry.
What happened?
It's because you troll. It's because you're a troll.
But he's a good one.
That's
so, like, don't you think he kind of deserves one?
No. He's all trolls. All trolls.
Rude. You don't. Okay, well, if you don't know that you're trolling, well, then, I mean, you're on your own there, bud.
Oh, he knows. He knows he trolls.
I'm well aware of that.
He knows he trolls.
Chopstick, I mean, I don't know how to help you on that one.
I can't really help you on that one, Chopstick. Sorry. Sorry, man.
That's funny. Yeah, I've just been, I've been the last few days, I only have a couple pieces left. Actually, I only have one piece left, I think. I've been printing this like big old like Thor model. It's like a 1/4 scale.
Wow.
But so I was gonna do one of those, like, those like sideshow Hot Toys collectible statues. Try my hand at one of those. So I actually just finished printing his torso.
Hey, that'll be cool.
I'm pretty excited.
Which version of Thor is it gonna be?
It's the Stormbreaker one.
So, MCU version or comic version?
The MCU one. When
Look at that little axe. I need one of those.
Oh, this thing's cool, man. I want to like print a really big one. I think it goes together like that.
Whoa.
Goes together.
Yeah, man. You don't have to be first. You just have to be here. That's all that matters.
I remember a couple times ago he was like here in an hour or something. He was here like an hour before or something. But, all right, well, I mean, why don't we get this bad boy going, huh?
Yeah.
Got everybody in here, so let me bring in the old Craig.
Now recording.
Now recording.
A little double chime. All right.
Pull up a chair in the Marvel Champions Lounge and join your host, Moose and GhostDog.
Hey everybody, what's going on here on this Sunday? Is it August 23rd or 24th, wherever you are in this part of this world? So, welcome everybody. How's it going? GhostDog, how are you, man?
I am doing well.
Awesome.
Doing well.
Good to hear. Good to
hear.
hear.
Going on these next couple weeks.
Nice. Yeah, we'll definitely get into that kind of stuff. And then also we have a guest here with us today. We got NEWBY. From Omega, I guess that would be. What's the whole name of your alliance there? Probably should have looked that up. But what's going on, man? How are you, NEWBY?
Good, doing well. Yeah, we are called Outfit Omega.
Okay.
And we just actually recently changed the name, the hashtag or whatever, ally tag.
Nice.
Because it was spelled wrong. For the first 4 years of
Oh,
being
that's
in the
right.
alliance, it was OMGEA because that was all that was available, and the
Okay.
original guy who created the alliance wasn't creative enough to use alternate characters. So
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right. Well, awesome, man. Well, welcome aboard. It's glad to have you, man. It's glad to finally bring you on here.
yeah,
But yeah.
there's good things about that place.
Oh yeah, man. It's definitely a fun little place. We just have fun little chats, But so yeah. So before we were getting on here, what Ghost Dog, you were streaming this morning, right? You were what? You were exploring
Yeah, some variant 5.
the Variant 5. How's that going for you?
It was yeah, it was cool.
It wasn't
Not
as easy as Sunday morning or anything like that, no?
No, it wasn't easy Sunday morning for sure.
All right. Well.
Not an easy Sunday morning.
So all right, so we're doing that. So yeah, no, I've been recruiting all week, man. It's been, I don't know, man. I think we were just having a chat with NEWBY here before we came on the air, and that was kind of one of the things, just kind of leadership. There wasn't really like a ton of news. There was a couple, points like the showdown nerf. I kind of wanted to, kind of get your guys' thoughts on that and how that goes. And there's a couple other things, news to touch on, but wasn't really a whole lot. So I just kind of wanted to, maybe touch back on some of the things and just kind of maybe a leader's point of view. You've been a leader, NEWBY. You're an officer now. Same for you, Ghost Dog. But right now, I guess you're a leader because you're a one-man crew there.
What is this leader you speak of?
Are you not the leader of your one-man alliance right now?
The leader? No, we make decisions together as a team.
Oh, okay. I don't know who the other guy is. He hasn't been on the show yet. So, yeah. But yeah, so, okay, so you're part of a leadership team. That's great. Yeah, even when you weren't taking a break and everything, you were part of the team there. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so no, I just kind of wanted to maybe rehash some of that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, we were talking about it, like I was saying, recruiting. I don't know, recruiting's
Knock it off.
been tough. Apparently, NEWBY's dog is attacking his ankles or something like that. But yeah, so I mean, I found recruiting to be tough lately. Just, I don't know, probably where we're at, I guess, in the alliance, where we don't really do a whole lot of wars. So I don't know. I guess sometimes we get the casual person who's maybe a little too casual, or the excited person who's only there for a couple weeks. So it's been rough. But NEWBY, how you were saying it was you're kind of the interesting thing that we were talking about. Like you were saying, your alliance is kind of fine when it comes to recruiting. Your top 250, I think that's for AQ is pretty. It's nice. You're probably getting pretty good rewards there. So nice, good job on there. But you were saying like it was on the fence, or like you were top 250 and you maybe like 251, so you can notice like you guys are maybe dropping. What do you think that's attributing to? Do you think that's maybe just more people having higher prestige, or what do you think's going on there?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that our guys, a lot of them are at the highest they can go prestige wise.
Gotcha.
And so it's all about the guys that are under 10-5, that are either are waiting for the right champ to rank up. They don't have solid prestige champs, or they're waiting on 6 stones and they don't buy deals with 6 stones, so they have to get them slowly but surely. So
Makes
I think
sense.
we're just slowly falling out of prestige rankings because of that, which I think is a very common. I mean, even the high up alliances battle with that. It's just you have to always stay active and keep building your prestige. So
for sure. Yeah, no, I was while recruiting, I was talking to somebody who he seemed like he would be a great member. Just didn't have a high enough prestige, and I don't know. It sucks. It always sucks, kind of recruiting and that. But at this point, it is kind of numbers. So if you just didn't have it, you're not going to get the rewards. You're going to piss everybody else off. So,
right.
But yeah, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Either one of you, maybe you remember Ghost Dog. Weren't they trying to do away with AQ and prestige or something like that, or am I completely off?
I think you're off a little bit on that one. They may be going away from it eventually, but as of right now, no.
So it hasn't been talked about at all.
Not recently. I think you are remembering a conversation where they were talking about how the current system is broken and there's a wide gap
Gotcha.
of prestige, and if you don't have certain champs, you can't hit that prestige. So it's kind of like a lot of those people who can't get their prestige up kind of quit, I think, and they're trying to avoid that, obviously, for
Gotcha.
monetary reasons.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, no, that does make a lot of sense, which is almost kind of exactly where you have or some of your guys are in. So,
Right.
I wonder how they're gonna kind of attack that or whatever like that. I look forward to seeing how that goes, because some of the leadership tools, I mean, honestly, I feel like have been, I mean, I know because we've been having a couple people just in and out, I don't know, honestly, the last couple spots to solidify have really been tough, but I think we did it. We got a couple, so we're good. But anyways, honestly, the battle group tool I thought has been great. Have you found that to be, Newbie?
Oh, it's really nice, because if somebody joins the wrong battle group,
For sure.
there was clearly a a notification right in front of their eyes that said, "Hey, this isn't the battle group you're supposed to join."
Right.
Which I think mitigates a lot of that, because some guys, go out drinking on Friday night, Saturday
sure.
night, and then click to join AQ. Ah, shit, joined
Yeah.
the wrong battle group. Well, now there's a little pop up, and then on top of that, the way we do Alliance Wars is rolling battle groups. So we only fill up BG1 and BG2.
Okay.
But we can assign each war. Okay, you guys are in BG2, so that way everybody just kind of knows, because below sign that says you're assigned.
Oh, okay.
So
cool. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. It does sound like it would definitely work for assigning BG groups, because even at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, we all maybe are sometimes in a rush and kind of just pop in and may not check line or Discord or whatever you use first, and it's easy to probably just go in and do it. And you have 5 officers that can go ahead and do that. So yeah, no, that's cool. But yeah, no, I've definitely I've found it to be nice when again, people just don't check, and they can actually see that message and go, oh, maybe I should check, because like you were saying, either you're drinking or this, that, or you're just not paying attention. But also, like if you have somebody who has 2 accounts, one of them, I always, if people are in 2 accounts in like our community, I always even just try to work with other officers and leaders of other alliances to kind of, so they're in the same battle group, just to make it easier, mentally. But even now, still, just the fact that there's a message and it's highlighted on where you're going,
right.
I feel like it makes it pretty easy. Have you assigned yourself to a battle group, GhostDog?
No, I haven't.
No?
I remember when we got to read about this prior, and I was like, man, this is going to be a great idea. I kind of wish I wasn't leaving the Alliance right away. But
fair enough.
it was a good idea. It definitely was something that was needed. There's still a couple more quality of life changes I'm still waiting to see come that I think are needed. But, those are definitely ones that are much appreciated.
Yeah. Newbie, you were saying what, you guys try to do it right before, change the battle groups pretty early in, or?
Yeah, so usually right after the last war finishes, we'll try to update battle groups for the next war before the placement phase even starts. And then for AQ, I mean, like I said earlier, we don't really have a whole lot of turnover, but we lose 2 or 3 guys here and there. So once we just plug them right back in and say, okay, here's your route. You get this guy's routes.
That's convenient, especially when you guys have people that low turnover is always really nice. Question. This thought came to mind. Been really thinking about it and trying to talk about it with my other officers, as far as in the map 6 one, because it just seems like everybody kind of goes through the motions sometimes, and if you have like you were saying, maybe 20 guys that you guys have had for probably a few years, at certain points it could be almost like you're just going through the motions. Do you guys do anything extra in your guys' alliance that kind of makes people more inclusive, or is it just kind of a good group that communicates and just talks really about everything all the time as it is?
So we actually went through that probably 2 1 to 2 years ago.
Okay.
Probably between that time frame, where we lost like 10 guys, and we're like, well, this sucks. How are we gonna add 10 guys? Well, we found a group of 10 who are looking to merge.
Okay.
So they are their own battle group. They kind of do their own thing. They talk however they want amongst themselves. We have everybody in main chat, so everybody still interacts. And when they first joined, it was kind of like, oh, hi, how's it going? Hey, cool crystal, But now everyone's kind of like flying and chatting. And so like Battle Group 1, they've been kind of together for a while. And then Battle Group 2 is they were their own alliance and kind of jumped into ours and became part of the family because we had a bigger treasury.
Okay.
So and then Battle Group 3, that's my battle group, and I've had the most turnover.
Okay.
And so like I usually have 2 or 3 guys end up leaving almost every alliance war season. So they usually come from mine. We finally have a solid group and guys who are like chatty and wanna actually communicate. Not necessarily have to tag everybody all the time. So they're like, hey, dude, you clear? Oh, okay, cool. You clear back.
For sure.
So that's kind of nice. It hasn't been that way for like 6 months, and I've had to like just tag the crap out of everybody. And I'm like, guys, come on, why? I shouldn't be tagging you. We're all adults.
Like that, dude.
That's if you're one of those people, if you're listening to this and you're one of those people who don't communicate, stop. That's not cool.
Please stop. Help an officer out.
No, exactly, for sure, and that's really what it is. Like so
it's like wrangling cats, man.
Exactly. No, one of these days I actually want to get Kat Murdoch. If you guys haven't followed her or whatever, to do that. I want to like commission her to like
great. Do that.
Make me like a cat herder cartoon or something where like I'm this cat herder and it's like this symbiotic empire, just maybe like a bunch of symbiotes everywhere or something like that.
Sure.
Like look like cats. That's or
great.
Something. I don't know. I think it'd be super fun, but. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's really like, so we just went through some changes in my alliance, and so I moved to a different battle group, and I thought this battle group was like super well oiled, and maybe they are, maybe like just because I'm kind of trying to fine tune it and like go through with like a fine tooth comb or whatever, because I don't want it to be stressful. I want it to be
absolutely
stress free. I want people to just be like, hey, you're tagged. You're ready to go. You should not have to worry about logging back in to check. Like, we're adults, like you're saying. We've all, like you said, got to. We're all 9, 10K prestige. You've gotten to where you know how to play the game. Like you know what your alliance needs. You know what it is. You know why you have Discord, why you have Line. Like it's plain and simple. Like why could you not just tag? Like it takes a couple seconds. And then everything's fine, and then everything's smoother, and then you trust that your alliance mate will do it the same. But anyways, I thought that's how it went. It's not the case. So yeah, it's been super frustrating. I'm like, why is it so difficult? You can come in here and chat and do other stuff, but you can't just tag somebody that they're ready. Like I don't
know. No, that's too much common sense.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. And I think all officers definitely feel it a lot more, but there are definitely like I've had a few of our, ally mates message me privately and be like, "Hey, what's up with this guy? Why doesn't he ever do anything?
Right?
How come he just like clears you and then goes back to bed and doesn't tell you?" Like I don't know, man. Well,
I don't know. Yeah, no, for sure. That's funny. Yeah, no, Billy D, what's up, man? He was just saying something. It should be a St. Patrick's book. Cat, the moose sheep herder or something like that. Moose shepherd. The cat moose shepherd. It's funny, but yeah, no, I don't know. I think like it's moving smoother, but I also have, bless his heart, I have an officer who is he's very excitable. So I get a paragraph for every little thing. If somebody farts in the wind or something, I don't know. He decides to send me multiple messages. I love him, and he's been a solid member forever. But sometimes I'm just like, bro, like relax. Like you're getting me riled up, and then I'm like, yeah, no, it's annoying. I get it, but we're finishing. But also, I think one of the things that like is driving my why like I'm irritated about like there's no reason why now we have so much energy in AQ. There's no reason for us to be waiting till the last few hours to finish map 6.
Absolutely.
Like it should be done. Really simple.
Yeah, we cut a couple guys actually in my battle group, and it was that same thing as like it's 11:50, I'm on the Pacific coast. It's 11:50. Why are we still waiting on 2 guys to finish their entire path in section 3? So we cut bait with those guys. We're like,
Yeah.
look, your time zone, whatever is going on, it's not working.
No.
And now we finish, 2 or 3 hours early, which is great.
Oh yeah, no, it's been nice. I mean, for the most part, I mean, I think weekends is definitely like I always have to remind myself like, my job's not normal. Like I do different things. So like, when people have the weekend, they're not really trying to play the game as much, or their routines are a little different. So you may not think about it.
Sure.
So. I think this last day was a little like frustrating, but I mean for the most part it's been fairly smooth, especially with that extra energy for sure. I think it has the way it was going before I moved battle groups, like we almost pretty much finish section 2 before I went to bed or anything like that. So being on the West Coast. Pretty much being at that point is great because then you have 5-6 hours essentially whenever time you wake up early to like just kind of wrap everything up in the morning, which has definitely been a lot less stressful. It's been a lot less stressful. So that's definitely been cool.
Absolutely. There is one quality of life change that I wish they would make that they never will, because it's I mean it's a big revenue driver, is being able, like, for maps 5 and lower, if your champs are in AQ or AW, you can use them. Maybe not AW, but AQ, you can use them in other content.
Yeah.
But if you're in map 6, map 7, if they're locked in AW, you can't use them, which is very frustrating because, like, you can use them in incursions, you can use them in arena, you just can't use them in questing. And if it's your own personal quests, like, Act 1 through 6 or the EQ, it doesn't make any sense to me why we can't have our own champs unlocked to use. I mean, I would be finishing content a lot faster than just 3 days every other week.
For sure. No, I absolutely agree. That was one of the things when before they kind of like were coming up with the roadmap, when we were talking about ideas, kind of like what would we like to see. And one of the things I thought we'd like to see is not lock our champs for story mode. Or even like lock them for event quests. Or, that's, like I get that, like you're trying to get people to, that's your monthly thing. You want people to kind of have to plan for it or whatever. Like I get that. That's cool, whatever. But like story mode, like exactly like you're saying, it's your story mode. It's your game. You shouldn't be locked for it. I mean, even event quests, like that would be a huge quality of life change. I would totally agree because, I mean, like you said, you'd be finishing content. You'd feel a lot better. Like I know, I mean, even if I'm only doing like AQ, like it's only 3 champs and I have like quite a few rank 5 ones, but those are like really solid 3 champs that I would definitely be using in other story quests or other quests. So it would definitely be a quality of life change for sure, because I know in the middle of it, or, like I'm always like, oh, okay, man, like, I want to finish this one path, or I want to go do this one path. This champ's locked up. I'll have a few hours to do it before quest, but then I'm like, I don't really want to do it, or I get stuck doing something else or whatever.
Right.
So I would definitely agree with that. But GhostDog, you've been doing map 2, and your champ's so good.
I haven't been doing anything.
No.
I haven't been doing anything the last couple of weeks. Mainly focusing on the Abyss the week before. Then I had to get caught up on the monthly event. And then this week was more about prepping for a family trip. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're going on your little vacation, yeah?
Top priority for anything on my radar this past week. But I had tried to sneak in like some arena or some quest. And I get that. I've been in Alliance. I mean, it's not been that long now.
No.
When I was in the Alliance, having to, war ends on Tuesday, AQ ends on Wednesday, so I have Wednesday to get as much done as I can without locking up champs again for the next war. So I don't understand why they lock them up for personal stuff. I can see not wanting you to be able to use champs A for AQ and for war.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I get that on the Alliance side. I don't get that on the personal side.
For sure.
I don't understand why we need to lock away the champs on the alliance side and not be able to use them on the personal side, because it's just our personal quest. It's not like we're doing anything additional alliance wise outside of maybe getting more points for our alliance in different events on the 3-day event.
Yeah.
But outside of that, that's it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely like just an antiquated idea at this point. Like I get it to a certain extent, not locking them for alliance events. Totally get that. But yeah, I don't think it should happen anymore for that one. Again, like you even kind of started off with Newbie. I don't think they're probably going to ever give that to us, but
Yeah.
maybe if Seaton says it, because it seems like they're the only people, like he's the only one they fucking listen to. So everybody screams like the showdown sucks, the showdown sucks, the showdown sucks, and then all of a sudden he comes out with a tweet or a video about it, showdown sucks, and 48 hours later it changes, which is kind of one of the things I wanted to get into. The what?
It's a great segue.
Thank you. But yeah, no, so I mean, I think like I thought it was frustrating, the fact that this was like kind of always been what I've been preaching the whole time about the CCP, is really like they don't use it for what you would think they would use it as. Why wouldn't they come to the CCP about, hey guys, what do you think about this? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's going to be too difficult? Because at the end of the day, most of the probably best players in the game, not all of them, but like a handful of the best players in the game are in the CCP. Why would you not ask them, is this too hard? Is you even going to care? Like, something like that, as opposed to releasing it, pissing everybody off, and then changing it. Like, it's another story that happens again. Like, why?
So can I answer that?
Yes, I'm done. Sorry.
I want to answer. All right. No, you're good. I want to answer that. So why didn't they release the It's a contest. You can't give anybody in the ring.
Okay, well, you can exclude some people, right? I mean, there's got to be some people who are willing to be a part of like the inside crew that are going to be excluded for things like that.
Yeah, but who wants to be excluded?
I would if I was willing to give my 2 cents and it actually like matter. Yeah, I'd be willing to be excluded from that, because honestly, at the end of the day, I'm not that good. I know I'm not that good. Suida is awesome, and he's obviously at the top. So, like, I'm not on that level. But I know the game, and I would love for my 2 cents to be a part of it.
Yeah, get that to a point, but the ideal was to leave it open for everybody.
Yeah.
So everybody had the opportunity to be a part of this.
Okay.
And if you do that, then you have to exclude people. They didn't want to exclude anybody.
No, that makes sense, even though they excluded Metal Sonic Dude.
So, right. Well, yeah. You don't want to exclude him. The only reason why he had to exclude Metal Sonic Dude is because it's a law. He can't do it.
I know.
One more, I think 4 years, and I think he'll be eligible. 1 year is for change. Sure. Now, Seaton wasn't the reason.
I know.
But Seaton didn't hinder the reason. But he's also part of the CCP.
Yes.
They did come to the CCP later on and say, hey guys, day one thoughts. I don't want to hear it sucks. Give us reasons why it sucks.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, I'm sure there was a lot of good reasons.
A lot of people smarter than me who went in, who had tried it, did it, and gave their feedback on it. And that's what ended up causing the change in the game.
No, I get it. What do you think?
So it was afterwards, after people actually got to get into the actual content. Now, they didn't nerf the show down part.
No.
They only nerfed the show up part. And they opened it up, instead of using 4 stars, you could use whoever you want.
Which I said on the little radio show. Sorry to kind of cut you off there, Newbie, but I thought that was dumb. I thought either like keep him the same and let me use a higher ranked champ, so like I can practice with, let's say, my 5-star Medusa, and then like so I feel comfortable with it, and then I go in with a 4-star, as opposed to just what's the point of the show up? Here's some shards. But anyways, Newbie, you're first.
I got mixed feelings about it. I definitely agree that I think the health pool should have stayed the same. I think that would have been, because then people could have felt like they were participating in the showdown. People
for sure
who didn't have the right champ to do so. But like I have a baby account, and I'm like, well, I don't have nearly the right 4 stars to do this on the show up. But I was thinking in my head, I'm like, a 3-star Guardian would probably be pretty dang good at this fight. I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, there you go.
Because he's got the energy resistance and he's got that crazy shock damage if I can build up enough of his charges. So I'm glad that they removed the 4-star restriction, because they initially said this is for everybody, and then not everybody's gonna have 4 stars. And obviously I definitely, back when I first started in 2014, 2015, I couldn't do these ridiculous challenges like that. I had the hardest time with the Batista bomb challenge, Dave Batista's challenge.
Okay,
That was my first challenge. The first challenge, I had a really hard time with that. I put a lot of resources into that, but now the boss rushes that come out, it's like, oh yeah, I have the right characters. I can, combat everything just fine. So with all that said, I like that they removed the star restriction. And I'm okay that they dropped the health, because, a lot of people that only have maybe a 3-star, a 1.5 million health boss is going to be really tough. And, they're only going to be in like Act 2, Act 3. Yeah. So, there's nowhere near the dexterity they built up in their fingers to kind of deal with that long of a fight. But I wish they would have had like maybe like a third option where like, hey, here's the show. Right. It's like if you're, Act 2 or lower, do this one. Then there's the show up. Then there's the show down. Okay. I thought, maybe they should have done, 2 where you can, have the, slow build up and kind of, get better, kind of practice, if you will.
For sure.
But.
And this was like.
Overall.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Overall, I like that they made that change, because, we have the alpha, the delta, boss rushes right now that are giving way better rewards. For sure. And you have multiple fights, and they're a lot easier. So I think for the amount of rewards that you were getting with that really built up fight, it wasn't worth your time, basically.
Fair enough.
It's not worth your time trying to get those, 3,000 5-star shards and, 500,000 gold.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was pretty simple once they lifted that restriction. But yeah, no, I would definitely agree. Yeah, it's that would be cool if they had like 3 different ones. Even when they do the variants, they have like classic ones. So even if they had like a classic or like a show or whatever, like you were saying, I thought that'd be a good idea. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's just frustrating, I guess, that they, I don't know, like that they don't like do testing, or they're not in touch with how that would actually have been, right? Like, did they not know that it's like worthless or something? But like, I also like, was this also supposed to kind of, wasn't this kind of replacing Comic-Con?
This is what Comic-Con.
Yeah, it's kind of like in lieu of, like, to emulate what they were doing at Comic-Con. And I had tweeted out something in regards to that. I'll let you finish your point and then we can come back to it. But
oh yeah, my point really was just like, so they didn't really have a lot of time, I guess, to like put something together, which that's another story. So I guess this is what they came up with, and at the end of the day, it's all about like the showdown or the hard part. So this is just kind of like, hey, everybody feel included, pay attention, maybe you'll show up. So, but yeah, no, what'd you tweet out about?
So, if you've ever seen the videos of New York Comic Con, it's like you do the fight. If you win, you get a ticket, and then you go stand in line, and you get to spin this big prize wheel, right? Yeah. And that's like part of the experience of visiting their booth at Comic Con. Yeah. I thought it would have been really cool if they would have like made a crystal that was like red, green, blue, kind of matching the color wheel. Like, we're very rainbow. It spins, and it's got a you can get anything that they usually put on the crystal wheel, minus like a T-shirt, or, that kind of thing. But like in-game item, units, 20 units, 800 units, an Odin, whatever. Rare chances. You got all the probability, of course, listed in the information dot. But I thought it would have been really cool to kind of add, kind of emulate that New York Comic Con feel. It's like, oh, look, I completed the challenge. Here's this awesome crystal. I could win, a 5-star. I could win a 6-star.
Okay, yeah.
I could win some shards, some units. Obviously, people will still complain because, oh, man, I only got 20 units from this. but I think it would have definitely built the hype up, and people would have been like, "This feels like Comic-Con," because you're quote spin the wheel. We'd call it like a wheel crystal, whatever. They could have come up with a cool graphic, I'm sure.
sure.
But
No, yeah, exactly. And you just probably, you just, I mean, it's frustrating that this huge company cannot do something that big or like something that cool when you're just you're coming up with it, and like I don't understand why it's so difficult for them to do it. Just to me, it just seems like I guess they don't care or not trying as hard. I don't know.
My guess is they're probably stretched pretty thin. They're trying to release,
Fair
Realm
enough.
of Champions.
Yeah.
They've, probably stretched. They've created, a team, so some of their probably better minds kind of left to join that because it was more their passion.
But they weren't taking any
and-
resources from MCOC.
I know they say that, but we all know how business works.
For sure. Why would you not take the best over from there?
Right. It's like, hey, you want to come join this team? You'll get a promotion.
Right.
We
We have more money over here for this new team, this new budget.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you play
So
the beta
I
for
think with
Rock
that,
at all?
and then no, I'm not one to spoof my IP address so that I can play video games.
Oh, that's right. Because
So-
don't you have to do it in like Singapore? or
You got to be in the
something?
Philippines in order
Gotcha.
to play it. So I'm like,
That's right.
that's okay. I'll pass.
I'll pass.
So that way, they can't get me later for violating the TOS. But
Oh gosh, that's right.
but I think with that, and then like they have their champ list 6 months in advance, so they're working 3 to 6 months in advance. I talked to Gabe a couple times about his character design. They're working,
Yeah.
and I imagine the story quest is probably something similar. Like they're
sure.
they gotta have it polished a month before. So
Exactly.
2 months out they gotta have everything done, so that way they can test it on their own personal beta server, and then release it from there to the CCP, and they get to test it out and whatnot. But I think that with all of that going on, this is probably like a summer project. It's like a one-off. It's like, well, let's try it. We'll put some stuff together. So they didn't think of everything, but they thought of a lot. So
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I feel like whatever effort I guess probably what they were doing, to your point, they were probably putting in a lot of effort into Comic-Con, stopped, said, whatever, we got to move on to something else. And they were like, well, let's try to give them something.
Right.
Then just kind of threw it out there. I mean, that's at least what it feels like. For sure. It does make
I would hope so. I always try to assume the best. I don't ever assume the worst of people, and that's probably a weakness as much as it is a strength. Especially being an officer, like, well, let's give him another shot. He's probably just, he's got stuff going on at home. But anyway, I digress. And that my mentality falls for the CCP too. Is like, well, we only hear what they tell us, so we don't know if they're actually going to them and saying, hey, why don't you unlock these champs? And they're like, no, you can't. Sorry, don't ask again.
Yeah.
We don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. But
Yeah. No, for sure. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, so when does I should have this? Don't I have this? No, is it tomorrow? That
show up too.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
when,
week two.
the
Week
next one
two
comes out?
starts tomorrow.
I thought week 2 is next week. I thought it was a week break in between.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Week one ends tomorrow. Then there's a week break. GhostDog's right, and then it goes again.
Gotcha.
Everyone's kind of a little upset because week 2 already says no mystics allowed.
Yep. Week 2 said no mystics allowed.
Oh, Moose just found out about this.
No,
I can see it on your face.
I saw something about that, and I didn't really quite look into it. I was gonna look into it, but I mean, so is it gonna be just any champ, no mystics? Is that what it is?
The show up will be that, yeah, but the showdown will probably be just 4 stars again, 4-star non-mystic champs.
Right.
And it makes perfect sense because if you've seen her in Labyrinth, she's taking 85,000 damage every blocked hit. It's just how her abilities work. So you could bring in a rank 1 4-star and just hit into her block and probably take it down in minutes. So. Do I need to explain her abilities?
No, you
for
don't need to. It's just my point is just why would they present that as an option and then make a workaround for themselves?
Well, yeah, I don't know. They could have easily put on a node. You remember those nodes I think it was for the event quest a couple months back, but it was like if you come in with a certain class, you take, you know,
Class of death.
6,000% direct damage,
Yeah.
right? So I think they could have
Exactly.
added one of those. So it's like if you come in with a mystic, you're gonna take 10,000 direct damage.
So I mean, really, at the end
At the
of the day,
start of
you're
the fight.
still
People would have.
not-
I mean, it's the same thing,
yeah,
but
no, exactly. Half a dozen.
if you could, like, you know,
Um,
have the right counter, like maybe a clairvoyant, she could maybe bypass it with her signature ability. But
yeah, I mean that's just
Who
the
knows?
thing. It's like why you like they want it to be for everybody, yet they're just throwing on more restrictions. You know, so
yeah, well, they want it to be a challenge, and if you,
I get it.
you know, if she's got, you know, 1.5 million health, and you hit into her block, she's gonna be taking probably like 50,000 damage, you know, from each blocked hit with a mystic, and then you throw energy damage on top of that, it's another 50k. So
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I honestly, I'm not like to me the whole summer showdown thing is just more of like a joke. You know, congratulations to all the people that we already know who are really good. I feel like it would
Right.
be somebody else out there said it will be cool to see people out there like who you don't know. I think I want to say maybe it was like Clobber in time. I want to say he was like, you know, he's looking forward to it, to seeing the name you don't know, the name you don't expect. Like I was looking through the like all the like top 10 list, and I was looking for the alliances, like the alliance tags that you don't know, like not the 4 Loki, not the other one. So it was cool to see, you know, just kind of other people and other alliances up there, kind of representing. You know, it was cool.
right.
Yeah, but so the other thing I thought that was pretty cool that they dropped this week that actually is starting tomorrow is the Celebrate the Summoners thing. So it's like kind of just their continuing celebrating Summoners, however they do it. But this one is their essentially this is what, so it's like celebrate some truly spectacular Summoners of the contest during the Legend celebration. So that's pretty much like the main thing here is it's going to be the Legend celebration crystal. You're going to be getting those like every 7 hours, like you do the daily, well, not daily crystal, but same kind of way as the daily crystal and the what's the green one?
4 hour.
There you go. So this is like
4
7
hour
hour
crystal.
Yeah. So it'll be cool. And then those celebration crystals will have 4-star, 5-star shards, tier 4 basic and class crystals. Oh, catalysts, like full ones, nice. And fragments, boosts, units, loyalty, potions, and revives. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it seems like you're going to be able to get a whole bunch of those. So hopefully you get a lot of 5-star shards. I mean, honestly, it does seem like you're getting a ton more 5-star shards in the last couple months. No, does it seem that way to anybody else?
Oh yeah, yeah. With the
Yeah. Go ahead.
well, we're gonna probably say the same point, but yeah, with the side events, I mean, I'm opening 3 to 4 5-stars each month, you know, and like a 6-star every other month instead of like every 3 to 4 months, which is nice. I mean, except for the fact when you pull a 6-star Iron Fist, that kind of hurts.
I was gonna say
Then you're like, I got punched in the gut.
You haven't listened to the show the last few weeks, and the only thing I've really been doing is bitching about all my 6-stars and how I don't have any rank 2 worthies. But
I don't even rank 2 worthy.
I've stopped. All right. But yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Ghost Dog?
Well, me not being in an alliance, last month was a little rougher than this month. But these last 3 weeks, I've opened up at least 3 5-stars. Well, and I've done a few things. I've done the Abyss. Obviously, we had the monthly event, and then we had the side quest going on, and then Variant 5 dropped. So there was a lot more 5-star stars this month available. But even not being in an alliance, I'm still being able to open. Last month, I was able to open up a couple of 5-stars every week, and then a 6-star every month so far since I've been out of the alliance.
Yeah, no, I mean that's pretty good,
Wow.
right? That's actually quite a lot.
It's
Like even 6-stars, I think, are more apparent now.
Not being in an alliance is like, you know, you look for the end of the war season. I was always in a gold 1, plat something, plat 3, plat 4 alliance, So I was always expecting to get enough shards to open up my next 6-star from there. And not being in that alliance right now, that's been kind of like, wow. I've been able, and obviously July 4th helped out a lot, but because
you opened like 14.
my wad there, I'm still paying for that one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I bought everything that had 6-star shards with it, or a 6-star crystal. I think I ended up opening up like 14 basic 6-star crystals. No,
Wow.
10 basic 6-star crystals and 4 Nexus crystals.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought everything 4th of July.
Nice. And you got some good stuff,
but
right?
then I did get some good stuff, and so now the problem for me is, how do I rank all this crap up? I still got 10 6-stars that are sitting at rank 1.
I mean, are they good ones, like Sunspot or something? Or are they just like Rhino and
Sunspot is rank 2. He was one of the ones I pulled during that time frame. Let's see. Let me go here real quick to my list. Black Panther Civil War, Silver Surfer, Ebony Maw, Thing, Nightcrawler, Silver Warrior, Hulkbuster. I mean, he'd be worth it. Deadpool, X-Force, yeah, he could stay at rank 1. Yellow Jacket, I could take him up to rank 125. There's a path in 6-4 he'd be good for. But right now it's not necessarily a necessity. And then Cyclops, Red Team, and Drax. So yeah, no, they're not like ones I need at the moment. But like in reality, normally I would just take my 6-stars and I rank them all up to 125 for arena purpose.
Fair enough. But
I don't need them, right? I mean, I've been okay without them for even with where they're at, not ranking them up. But I need ISO. ISO's the issue.
Yeah, no, for sure. Ever since you mentioned that whole 4-star thing and not having the ISO, I've been just like not opening up, like not using the 4-star shards to get like the 5-star shards, in the thing, and just been great with the ISO. So
there you go.
But yeah, no,
I don't.
I'm sorry. Continue, newbie.
I don't really have a problem with ISO, but I also don't exchange my 4-star shards for that legendary crystal.
Yeah, I don't do the legendary, and when I had an abundance of 4-star shards, I would buy the 5-star shards. But if I'm only sitting at 4,000 or 5,000, no, I'm not buying 5-star shards.
I looked at that when they first released that, and I'm like, that would be a great deal if it was a higher ratio to 4 to 5-star for the legendary crystal, but it's still 2080, so 20% chance to get a 5-star. I'd rather have the ISO and the gold eventually. Sure. And then exchanging the 5-stars, I will do that if I'm like, really short and want to get like a certain crystal on that day or to round me up or whatever. But
for sure,
yeah,
same.
Otherwise, I'm fine. I'm overflowing with currently over 2,500 things in my storage, whatever you call it, overflow
stash, the old stash Rooney.
That's the one.
But yeah, so this Legends celebration seems pretty cool, man. It's gonna be those shards every 7 hours, so. That's how they're going to get you to log in for the whole week, every 7 hours. I mean, and it's like the 4-hour one. So like, if you don't log in, you don't get it. Like, you're only going to get that 7 hours later. So, if you are getting those, make sure you grab them. Hopefully they do hopefully there's a lot of shards involved. It'd be nice because, I mean, that's always nice to get, boosts always, I don't ever really think you get good ones.
Also drop some kind of Cavalier or Grandmaster Crystal. So and so was the first one to defeat ROL. Here's this crystal. So and so was the first to beat LOL. Here's the crystal from them. I'm waiting to see what Seaton's is going to be because he was the first one to complete Abyss of Legend.
Yeah, that's not
somebody else.
Yeah, they're doing it 100%. He wasn't the first to 100% it.
He wasn't the first to 100%. He was the first one to complete Abyss of Legends initially.
But he got snubbed. So they went with the guy who did first exploration of that, first exploration of Labyrinth, and first exploration of Realm of Legends. So Brutal DLX got the first Realm of Legends. Everybody knows Brutal.
Yeah, right.
And then
HQ.
I don't actually
Sean.
Is that who got first
for
Labyrinth?
Labyrinth.
Yeah.
And then this.
Yeah, and then the guy who got first Exploration is a gentleman, or at
Not-
least he has the
yeah, it's like
Asian characters in his name.
And then it's Not Cool Penguin, I guess, is what they stand for. But yeah,
Got
he was
it.
the one who did 100% Explore on the Abyss. So yeah, I guess they're celebrating
Which is
them. So probably
crazy.
crystals, right? I know, right? I don't understand that. Anybody I see with those what is it? The collector or the collector?
Yeah, nameless collector.
Yeah, those things are I don't know. I mean, more. I'm just jealous, I guess, is really what it is. I hope they didn't buy it either, because more props to them. But yeah, this just seemed cool. There's going to be a whole boost for like a week. Summoners will receive a 20% increase to all gold and battle chips earned. So those arena, if you're doing any arena, like definitely do it then. Get a lot of stuff and just really everything. And then I thought this was pretty cool. I always enjoy these. I thought that's cool, especially for people with kind of newer accounts. The 1 to 2 star champions, use them in an arena to get a 4 and 5 star hero crystal shards. I always thought that's nice. Pretty much if you do, what is it, like 1 million or something, you're getting a 5 star. So
Yeah, and they first came out with that last year. The same kind of celebration, and a lot of people were upset because they had sold 1 and 2 stars, and it was like it came out I think before, or maybe it was probably after variant 4, which had the 1 and 2 star restrictions.
yeah,
If you didn't have a 1 star Hulk, it was going to be a very painful revive path. For the what's that?
Cosmic Temper.
Yeah, caustic temper with you have to have the fury and poison immunity. Yeah, he was the only one who could do that. So if you didn't have one, you have to buy those ridiculous 20 unit crystals and
Or
hope
the
you get
higher percentage to get than the 1 star, which is very backwards
right.
for their crystal ratio.
which is
Right.
just
So-
noticeable what they're trying to do.
Yeah, so they're definitely. That's why I was wondering why those crystals stayed up, and now we know why. It's for this little arena tournament.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's always good for those people coming up. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating. Everybody. I don't know why you sell your champs to begin with. I mean, I was thinking about it in one of my alt accounts, and then I even still looked at it, and I was like, the trade-off just isn't worth it, really, at the end of the day. If you just dupe 1 4-star, like you get 24 the ISO. If you sell them, you get like 2,000 or 4,000. Like it's not really worth it at the end of the day. And the shards, it's not worth it. So, but you know what? I went to go look and then totally got sidetracked. Looking at it, totally just remembered. I remembered the trade-in events. They've done these in the past, right?
Yes, they have.
Yeah.
You can trade in like you got a bunch of like level 1 or level 2s. You can trade like 3 of them for the next level up.
Yeah. Usually it's like a 2-to-1 ratio. You trade in 2 level 1s, you get a level 2. You trade in 2 level 2s, you get a level 3. But they don't let you trade in for level 4 or 5s. At least they haven't in the past.
So they have it.
So what other than like health was there?
Revives, you can up your revives, your alliance potions, your alliance revives.
Okay, so
now with the alliance revive and the alliance quest revive versus alliance war revive, I'm not sure how that's gonna look.
Right.
But we'll see.
Interesting.
So
yeah, maybe
you can still buy the total alliance potion and alliance revive and use them in either or.
Yeah.
So I don't. That should still say the same.
Right. I'm curious if they'll let you upgrade the paid revives and the paid potions.
I doubt they'll let you do those. Those would be different.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Hey, Jinx. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, and then like some solo objectives in the incursions, which I need to really start doing. I need to find a friend. Anybody out there want to be my incursion friend?
Find your incursion buddy.
I really need one of those. But yeah, so it's like there's going to be, it looks like some more solo objectives added to the incursions. And, I was also reminded when I was looking at this earlier about how it's probably about time for another iteration of the incursions. Because I remember when they were coming out with them, they were talking about how they wanted to change them every 3 months or so. And I'd say it's
Yeah,
been about
that's
3 months. I mean, I know
Yeah,
it was a
change.
goal or an idea, but it'd be nice to see it change. It'd be cool. What were you gonna say, Ghost Dog? Ghost Dog?
Huh?
What were you gonna say?
Oh, so the change for that's coming. Yeah, there should be. It was a 90-day thing, so
Yeah.
they should be getting ready to go from Ultron to the next level in the incursions.
Okay.
Well,
like
we've
you
already
don't-
had one 90-day period because of the crystals. Now we're on the second 90-day period.
Yeah.
So
guess-
I wonder if they're gonna do it like every 6 months. Maybe like every 6 months they'll swap it over. But we haven't heard anything since they
Right.
initially announced it on the roadmap and everything. But I would love to speculate who would be the next villain that it'd be based around if it's not Ultron.
Right.
Okay. Who do you think?
Yeah.
I honestly think, and I hope they add like a final boss, because you can only go to room 25. And I wish they would kind of make it like a dungeon. It's like, oh, here's the dungeon boss.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Because I think that'd be more fun. I think more people would actually push to try to go to level 25
It'd be
instead
cool
of just
if it
getting
was a
incursions.
boss,
Like if
for
you
sure.
get like a bonus for defeating the final boss,
Yeah.
who's like 3 million health or whatever, then it's I think that would make it a more fun game mode. And I'm sure they have probably something in the works because they had talked about this. But
Oh, okay.
There are
I
some
mean,
things coming. I do know that.
yeah, I think with the hype and how beefed up he is and his crit resistance, it's got to be Doom. I don't know why they would go away from that guy.
That'd be
He's
so
kind of
frustrating.
everywhere
man.
right now.
He is everywhere right now.
It would
That's why
it would be frustrating, but I mean, if you could bring the right champs in and have like ridiculous hacks, and you could just nuke them down, I'm sure it wouldn't be too bad.
Or what
with
about Dragon
damage
Man?
over time effects. Oh, you know what? That's not a bad shout.
He
Would be
there was
he'd be quite
somebody
the irritating opponent, especially if he
sure.
got you stuck in the corner.
exactly. Which there was somebody.
Maybe Galactus. Maybe they're waiting for a Galactus to be released in the
No.
contest.
They've already
You don't
like,
think, and then you
he's-
got to go through all the horsemen to get to Galactus. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. I mean, yeah, but he's in the game and he's huge. He wouldn't fit anywhere, right?
Well, maybe. I mean, you remember that old arcade game where you fought first? You'd like take out his feet, and then you like go up the level and you start punching at his legs. Classic arcade style, like 2-bit, 32-bit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I mean, I don't think they would do anything like that.
Yeah,
but-
no, that would be cool to see like a Doom. Yeah, like if they did have a boss. I mean, I feel like the incursions, they do have pretty good rewards as they are. Like just kind of like initial rewards
Yeah.
for the first like 30 days. Honestly, I wish I did them more. I don't, probably just because I don't have a buddy, and then I'm like, I don't really want to set an hour aside. I don't know. I'm just probably a pain in the ass to deal with when it comes to finding a buddy in that instance. But yeah, no, that's a cool idea. That's a fun idea. And Ghost Dog, you were saying that there may be something in the works along not those lines, but just an update to the incursions, maybe.
I think it's going to be a nice update to the incursions for the next series, which starts. Let me get back into the game. I'm hoping that this is their time frame. I think we're about 8 or 9 days out.
Oh, okay.
Maybe longer. The change of the incursion timer.
There's 15 days left on the crystals.
Okay, yeah, so 2 weeks out. So we still got 2 weeks left. I believe there's something in the works. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to go live at the change. There is something coming, and I'll leave it at that.
Fair enough. That's cool. I mean, like I could definitely see something coming, like you're saying, and then what would be funny actually is what if Magneto was actually the new boss, and with them him dropping next month, right?
Hey, that'd be kind of cool. Or maybe Apocalypse.
There you go. Because we haven't heard of any champs that are supposed to be coming out right next month, but should be coming up.
Well, there was
speculations,
a
right?
couple white Magneto buff videos that dropped today.
The White Magneto buff dropped today.
And so I watched Seaton's, and he kind of showed the character, but Legacy showed like almost like a Word doc of abilities.
Okay.
And I hope he doesn't like get reprimanded or anything, but it like explains the abilities where the video that Seaton released, it's like you see the the question mark. Oh, who's going to be released? We don't know. We don't know what the synergy is yet. In game, but on his Word doc, it says Professor X, and then question mark, question mark, question mark. But then it drops down to the abilities, and it says Professor X will do this, and then blank will do Horseman get 30% attack. So he kind of released that Apocalypse is coming to the game. Is he going to come next month with Professor X? We don't know, but I just hope that he doesn't get reprimanded for that, because that could be a...
Yeah, I don't remember to show the Word doc. I'm not gonna say anything, but
Yeah, I don't think he was supposed to show the Word doc.
I mean,
but,
I've seen the Word doc a lot.
We kind of all know that Apocalypse is on his way. It's
and we
just a
all
matter
like
of time.
Professor X. They've already teased it.
Right.
So here's my thought process about it. Usually, and I've been kind of in and out of the CCP chat, but usually before we do something like that, we usually go to them and say, "Hey, is it cool if we use blah 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 blah?" before we release a video, because we don't want to
especially with the whole synergy and all that stuff recently.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I just hope so. I hope that was the case. I worry about, I don't know, people for no reason, I guess, because I'm a little softy, but
it's okay, man.
I shouldn't really care, because it's his life and his decision. But I'm like, I was also pumped at the same time. Like, hey, that's cool. Apocalypse is going to come into the game, or at least another Horseman. So,
right, like, so hold on, the Horseman, like, isn't
Psylocke,
Archangel, right?
Yep, Archangel, Psylocke, Magneto Red is a Horseman, and then the other Horseman is Quicksilver, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm not entirely sure.
I always liked
Let me pull it up.
Growing up, but but they were mentioning, they were working on doing the Magneto buffs before this month because of like Professor X and all of that. So it would make a lot of sense for Professor X. And then I saw other people, like maybe Mystique would come with him or something like that. But it'd be neat if Apocalypse did as well. I mean, especially like I know everybody was always saying, like, they'd be bummed if like Apocalypse and Professor X, probably just because they'd water down their, they just wouldn't be as powerful because of how powerful they are and stuff like that. But I also feel like that's been thrown out of the door a long time ago. I mean, you just kind of have to accept what you're getting at this point. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I hope, the only thing that comes to mind now with Apocalypse, I didn't know much about Apocalypse growing up or listening to comic books and stuff. And the vision I have of a comic book of Apocalypse in my mind is from the X-Men movie, where he's really short. So like, I hope that he's not like just this dinky like character in the game.
I hope they make him like Sentinel size.
Don't make it that one.
That's just what comes to mind, and I can see them doing something like that. So,
man, Storm is the fourth member,
right? Yeah, okay.
Horseman of Famine.
Cool. Yeah. And then we kind of have two of her, so that's cool.
Yeah, well, we have probably, Storm Pyramid X is the official horse woman.
Right.
And then Magneto, we don't have the skin, but I mean, he could probably stay as Red Magneto. And then Archangel and Psylocke, they're already in the game. So we have the four horsemen. So unless they're adding another Magneto, but I don't think they want three Magnetos in the game.
No, I don't think they want another.
Just redo another one. That's cool. But yeah, no. So I did look. What were you gonna say, Ghost Dog?
I would say they got the two. They got white and red. So I mean, why would you add a? I mean, but we also have like 17,000 Spider-Men. So
yeah,
true. I mean, they're different in their own right.
Yeah, I really wish that Sim Spidey gets a buff soon, because it's like the suit of power, and he's such a little. I mean, there's no reason to rank him because he doesn't have very much utility. He hits hard. If you get him up to 565, he can hit really, really hard. But the problem is you're not gonna waste those resources on that guy.
For sure.
So.
Maybe one of you guys could explain this. I was looking over. I watched Legacy's video as well. I didn't get that far into the one with the document, right? But his pre-fight ability seemed awesome, right? The White Mag's one. So his pre-fight ability is the guidance boost. So White Mag's is going to have like a persistent charge, if you will. He starts each quest with 6, from what I gathered from it, and his pre-fight ability is Guidance Boost, and it's Magneto can spend 2 persistent charges in the pre-fight screen to place a guidance effect on the fight, which lasts until the defender is defeated. These effects don't stack and can be used by allies. So I mean, I thought that was pretty cool because one, you can use them. You know, it's kind of like where you have those like Mr. Fantastic ones where you could just kind of use them with other people, which just bringing him on the team I thought again was cool. But then the fact that he doesn't laugh and like it lasts until he's defeated, I thought that was super. You know, I thought that was cool. So definitely
definitely gonna be a game changer
for sure. The one thing that I don't understand, so you guys maybe can help me out on this. So what happens when he has the guidance boost is the attackers, you gain 15% attack rating, which I mean, awesome. Pair with like Nick Fury and stuff, and you're gonna have a pretty crazy attack team, honestly. If you're the right champ. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So and then you're gonna so if you're a metal, a hashtag metal or hashtag hero attacker, they trigger a passive stun effects with the parry mastery instead of debuffs and can last a half second longer. So like, how is that beneficial at all? Like, I don't understand how that works.
You'll bypass limber because it will be passive, and then masochism, it'll bypass masochism because it's passive. So you'll be able to stun people. So like I just did 2 labyrinth fights today. It's like my daily quest crystal. 2 labyrinth fights. I did it with the Colossus team, and you know he gains armor ups by parrying. Well, I ran out of parries really fast. If I have Magneto on the team, who also synergizes with Colossus really well with his new synergies, I'll have unlimited parries in limber basically. So
because
in labyrinth. Because it's passive. So it is very clutch. And if you think about like all the other, if anybody is a Stark enhanced Spider-Man fan, he's going to be able to do the same parry, and then he'll be able to guarantee 100% evade special attacks, because it will be like he has his flat, like, I don't know, 70% base, but then with Magneto on the team, he'll get like an additional 30% or 40% because of the synergy, and then the boost on top of that gives him another 30, so he's at like 125% ability accuracy. So
nice.
It's going to be crazy. I hope they leave it as is, but I would imagine maybe in like 6 months they're going to tone it down, because they're going to see things that not everybody in the CCP obviously, so they're going to see things that other people are like, wow, we didn't expect that, so we're going to have to tone it down. So I would use it while you got it if you have a white Magneto.
And aren't they actually releasing a 6-star Starkey?
Eventually, I think they said everybody who's a 5-star will be a 6-star.
Except
everybody
for
who's a 4-star will be a 5-star, or something like that. I don't know.
Except for Quake, right?
No love for Quake. Yeah, except for Quake.
But you know what? I thought it was pretty cool. Like honestly, I didn't even notice after. Like, it took me probably a solid 24 hours to realize that OG Thor you can get now as a 6-star, because that the crystal that they released. I was like, oh, he's a 6-star now. Like, awesome. I didn't know that was a thing. Has that been a thing, or have I been living under a rock?
Yeah, he's just getting added, and then they added Archangel. So like, if you go to like if you go to your roster and hit 6-star and hit unknown, you can kind of see who they're adding. Obviously they're not adding yet, but it was in the CCP. They showed like a screenshot of Archangel. So
yeah,
pretty cool that.
That'd be fun.
Well, that's why I have tech on. So yeah, so Archangel's there as a 6-star. Let's see if there's anybody else.
Nice. Yeah, there was a couple. Like, I think like Psylocke. There was a few. I think we went over them last week. There was a handful out in some release or something that they were going to be added in this upcoming.
Yeah.
And if we scrolled up, we could probably see it. I think somebody told us. Yeah. So.
But yeah. So
you got him.
Thor's there. Yeah. I mean, they're just have it on my game. It's just kind of like scrolling. So.
Oh, for sure.
You just kind of see Archangel there.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, you can, if you're ever curious, you can just hit unowned and then hit your star level and see who they're getting as a 5 or a 6-star later in the game. So like War Machine is going to come out as a 5-star. And then Joe Fixa is going to be a 5-star, unfortunately.
Right, but people seem
So.
to like him, so I don't understand that though.
Ms. Marvel, she's coming out, but yeah,
that'll be fun. That was another one, yeah, for sure. But yeah, so
it'll be good. It'll be good for like synergies and stuff. If you
sure.
if you need a certain champ for Act 6, synergies, perfect.
For sure.
I'm really excited about that part.
Yeah. No, I totally would agree. So yeah, yeah, we're kind of we're going on here, but yeah, so we'll kind of wrap things up. But yeah, so that was pretty much a lot of the news that really happened today and this week, and there's kind of some fun stuff coming up this week, right? We got it looks like Black Widow. She's being added to the basic pool on Tuesday. I'm just checking out like Frontline. I love Dan over at Frontline. He's got some good stuff here. And then it looks like there is some 100% roster availability coming up Wednesday and Thursday, Friday. It looks like that's interesting. I don't know how that's gonna work.
No way. There's no way.
Roster availability,
like 100% roster availability. He always does these things where it's like in between, War and AQ or something, where you would be able to have 100% of your roster, and he'll time it out and stuff like that. So. That's pretty cool. And then we got the boss rush that's coming, and this is going to be the last kind of the last alpha boss rush, right?
5 coming up.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
this
then
will
after
be
that 6 will be the Omega one, right?
The Omega one with everybody that you've had to fight forever.
Yeah.
Is it going to be just one giant quest of everybody?
From the understanding, it was supposed to be like one long quest.
Oh gosh.
Sounds
You can only bring 5 champs, or is there going to be like the Incursion champ swap gates?
I'm wondering if like, remember how they did it in the past, the one in the past where you'd have the row of champs you had to fight, and you could they had 2 splits, teleports where you could teleport to the next path or teleport to the boss.
That'd be nice.
That'd be kind of nice because then you could.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, you could do a path, maybe 2 or 3 paths, and then go to the boss down, then go back in and teleport to the next set of paths and finish off maybe 2 more.
I doubt they're gonna do that, considering they built it up to be like this ridiculous, quest. But hey, maybe that'd be kind of they. Last time they did that was probably Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or something like that.
Yeah,
where they had like 4 or 5 chapters.
Yeah.
No, that stuff. I don't mind those ones because it's cool. You can just kind of go get some rewards and then kind of make your way back. And then like you were saying, you can just kind of like inch your way up and stuff. Yeah, that'll be cool.
We've had 6 champs now. 6 champs for 4 weeks. This will be week 5. So you're talking 31 fights. That's more than Labyrinth and AOL.
Yeah. In one path line.
One path length.
Yeah.
It does sound like it would probably be more like that. How you'd have 5. You'd have 5 paths, right? You could do them all at once, if you want, or you could do like path 1 is like the first week, and then you got to fight a boss the second week and a boss. So that sounds like it'd probably be more fence because 31 fights, that'd be absurd.
Yeah,
be absurd. And then what else do we have going on this week? It's pretty much like the end of August coming up here.
August is coming to the end.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it looks like on Wednesday.
The new monthly event starts in like the 28th, right?
Is it the 28th? I don't think it's the 28th. Isn't this one lasting? I thought this one was lasting a little bit longer.
Yeah, we've got about just over 9.5 days left on this one.
2nd.
Looks
so
like
Labor
Dragon
Day?
Man Arena.
Before Labor Day, because I was just thinking because my vacation's the weekend of Labor Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking it comes out right before that. I was like, oh, looks like I'm going to be doing a stream that Thursday just before I go on vacation.
Nice.
Yeah, I was planning to do my first Abyss run on Labor Day.
Nice.
Because I'll probably have a 3-day work weekend.
Nice. There you go. Fantastic. So, what you guys doing anything? Any streaming this week? Newbie, you doing anything?
Probably not. I mean, maybe some incursions with Omega.
Yeah.
Omega. He and I kind of do. He's my incursion buddy.
Yeah.
We missed the last one. I don't know. Sometimes our schedules don't align, so we can't really do it.
I
But
was gonna say it sounds like sometimes you can work a lot.
yeah, he does. He works in retail.
Yeah.
He works for a phone company, so he's always dealing with customers and their phone problems. So
fun stuff.
yeah.
When everybody's
So,
phone was blowing up, I'm sure he was having fun.
Oh yeah. Yep. Basically. Me, I work a pretty steady job, so I have like a guaranteed work week. But
Nice.
There isn't really anything I plan on streaming. I'm kind of just doing like all the EQ, collecting units, collecting revives, just to get ready for my Abyss run here at the end of the month. So that's kind of the next big thing I think I'll stream.
I was gonna say, okay,
So
are you
kinda
gonna
just,
stream it? Nice.
I will stream it. I'll probably have to set up something for donations because I'm sure somebody's gonna pop in and want to donate. But otherwise, I've only got I think 70 subscribers, so I'm not even eligible for donations on YouTube.
Oh, really? Is that what it is? Yeah, I mean, isn't it just links? Because I was doing that thing you were doing. We were doing shots for drinks.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah,
That was fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was a good time.
it was a lot of fun.
No, it was a lot of fun to watch, man. No, that was a good day. Yeah, no, that was fun. Cool, man. Well, GhostDog, what do you got going on this week? You getting ready for anything in the game? You streaming anything?
If I do anything, there'll probably be some Variant 5 throughout the week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. The weekdays are tough because by the time I get home from work and or doing whatever house duties I need to get done, it's 9, 10 o'clock before I can hop on the stream, and I got to get up and go to work the next day. So if
sure.
I do anything, it'll probably be 5 and or maybe some incursions.
Cool.
I try not to do arena throughout the week just because I'm usually just running my 4-star arena at that point in time.
There you go. Cool, man. Yeah, well, I'm actually I got everything done. I've as far as Patreon stuff goes for the month of August. So now I really just got to tidy up all of the little giveaway things I'm gonna do. And I came up with some pretty cool stuff. I was working out, the Slayer of Gods. I think that's his Twitter handle.
Yes,
I'm not too sure if that's his other handle and stuff like that. But I've been working with him, and he's been getting me some pretty cool images, and I got some pretty fun artwork things in the works that I want to give away and stuff. So everybody stay tuned and give away some cool stuff. But that's what I'll be working on this week. And that video should be coming definitely this week. And then also there's Manny. I know who to tell, Manny. And then also we got the radio show. So everybody stick with me. I love that you guys are coming and hanging out. Nick, he's always there. Definitely appreciate it, man. On the radio show, getting that going. I'm just having a good time delivering some news. I'm getting more comfortable with it, giving a little rhythm going. So it's fun. It's been fun for sure. But yeah. So that's what's going on with us and over here at the MC Lounge. But you guys, anybody else got anything else to add? Been cool hanging out with you there, Newbie.
No, yeah, it was a blast. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man.
This is fun. I'll definitely, now that I'm in the Discord, I'll definitely tune in on all your future live streams where I too can be muted in the chat.
Okay, fair enough. We shall do that if you'd like. But yeah, no, man, definitely. Thanks for appreciate you showing up and stuff. It was cool. GhostDog.
Yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, give me a subscribe on
all that
YouTube
stuff.
so I can at least change my
Drop your links in the chat.
I was just gonna grab it.
change my username because it's something that I created when I was 15 when YouTube first came out, and I can't change it till I get to 100 subscribers. So that would be greatly appreciated. Even if you subscribe, let me change it and then unsubscribe. I wouldn't even care.
Are you talking about the your YouTube channel?
Yeah, my link, my URL name is something really stupid.
Okay.
And something that I created when Gmail first came out. What's that?
That can be changed.
Yes. Yeah, you can change your URL. You want me to say the how-to? Okay, I'll do that.
I attached my old gamer tag that I used to use for other games, but now that I go by GhostDog, that gamer tag, I need to change that because when people copy my link and paste in their channel, did I get the right person?
Yes. Yep. I know. I got the same thing. Yeah, I'll show you how to do that. I'll like send the article or whatever that kind of shows you how to update that. But you have to have a minimum of 100 subscribers. So I'm not there yet, unfortunately. But I don't really have a streaming schedule. I blame people for not subscribing. I don't really do a whole lot on it. But
hey, I
even
always
if you
have
have a
fun
bot
hanging
account,
out with you, man.
I won't even do that.
I was gonna say I always have
So-
fun, man. We always get to chatting about like nostalgia video games and action figures
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. So, I mean, definitely.
Yeah, we have some
hang out
fun
with you
times on
when
the
we
streams
stuff,
when I
man,
do them. So
for sure.
yeah, I'll definitely, if I can get to 100, maybe I'll do some sort of giveaway. I'll give away like an iTunes gift card, and then when we get more and more, I'll give away like an Odin or something.
I want to say maybe
We'll see. We'll see.
I can make you a crystal or something. You can give it away.
Oh, hey, now we're talking. Everybody wants one of those. I've already got mine. It's right here, my sweet
Oh,
little
yeah.
5-star.
There you go. That one, I really enjoyed that one. That one came out like unexpectedly well. Like that was the first one I made, and everyone I've tried to make and replicate after that, in my mind, hasn't lived up to that one. I mean, I think they're all still.
I don't know.
good.
Your
I'm just a
X-Men one was pretty
perfectionist,
dope.
But, thanks, man.
And then,
I appreciate that. Everybody.
I know a lot of people saw that your X-Men and the 6-star crystal that just came out. Everyone's like, "Oh, I need one of those. Those are so sweet." You should really make like, I mean, I don't know if you can, but you should make like some sort of shop where you can sell these. You might make a pretty penny.
So yeah, like I'm putting together like little ones right now where I'm making like molds out of them, so I can kind of drive the price down a little bit, and just kind of do like custom ones where you would paint yourself.
Sure.
Maybe I could do custom ones as well. But yeah, it's kind of more of like on the custom per item per order you think. But yeah, no, I'm definitely setting it up. I have one right now, but I don't think anybody wants just like the normal 3D printed ones. So I'm working on it. But yeah,
Maybe
moose.com.
like not painted or anything like.
Yeah, not painted. I mean, the ones that I got to paint, I'm working on that. For sure. But as far as like if people want them to like paint themselves, I pretty much got that going. I just got to update it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who likes arts and crafts time, it's a lot of fun.
Well, no, that's what it's like. Kind of part of the Patreon is like I'm doing like the minifigures for like the Grandmasters this month. Sent those out. Everybody should be getting them this week. I look forward to.
How small are those? I was curious. The picture made it look like they're pretty big, like
the
6 inches or more.
Grandmasters 3 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty intricate then if it's 3 inches. My
I mean
goodness.
that's kind of the thing. That's like the whole like that's the community out there is like the minifigures. There's a lot of people out there do it actually. Like a lot of people are actually repainting these Marvel like Legends characters or something like that. I'm not 100% which ones they are, but yeah, it's been cool.
Very cool.
But yeah, so that's what's going on. But yeah, so everybody enjoy thanks for hanging out with us. Definitely always appreciate it, everybody. Really definitely appreciate it. It's been definitely doing fun doing this. And yeah. So I think that'll do it for us on the MC Lounge here on this Sunday. You guys want to say goodbye as I set up our outro, see if we can get it 2 weeks in a row.
Newbie, thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate it. Everybody, thanks for stopping by. Billy D, Chopstick, Dragon Knight. Hold on, I'm going down the list here. Kiamelin, Guido, John, Manny, and NX. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today.
Appreciate it, Newbie. Yeah, take it easy, everybody. Let's see if we can get this going here.
Happy grinding out there. May the RNG be kind.
Hey, it worked.
Hey, there we
cool.
go. All right, y'all. I got to get going.
I do too,
got
man.
some
I'm about to
work
go
we gotta
drive for 6 hours.